Hello dear students, hope you are fine and doing well. Today we are going to discuss the novel David Copperfield by Dickens. Dear students, please like, share and subscribe the channel. Also inform your friends in other universities. David Copperfield, first published in 1850, is a coming-of-age novel that follows the life of David Copperfield from childhood to adulthood. Often regarded as one of Dickens's most autobiographical works, the novel provides a detailed, intimate portrayal of Victorian society through the eyes of David, capturing his personal growth, relationships, and moral challenges. Dickens himself referred to David Copperfield as his favorite child, reflecting the novel's deeply personal connection to his life. Summary: the story begins with David's birth and childhood in Blunderstone, Suffolk, where he lives with his affectionate mother, Clara, and their devoted housekeeper, Peggotty. David's life takes a tragic turn when Clara remarries a strict and abusive man, Mr. Murdstone, who brings his equally unkind sister, Ms. Murdstone, into the household. Under their harsh rule, Clara becomes increasingly submissive, and David suffers both physical and emotional abuse. Eventually, David is sent to a boarding school, Salem House, where he meets the charming but unreliable James Steerforth and the good-natured but simple-minded Tommy Traddles. When David's mother dies, Mr. Murdstone sends David to work at a factory in London, where he experiences the struggles of the working class. However, he soon finds a semblance of solace with his eccentric Aunt Betsey Trotwood, who becomes his guardian. Betsey arranges for David to attend school in Canterbury, where he lodges with Mr. Wickfield and meets Wickfield's daughter, Agnes, who becomes David's confidant and a significant influence in his life. As David grows older, he pursues a career first in law and later as a writer. Along the way, he encounters a cast of memorable characters, including the genial but debt-ridden Mr. Micawber, the scheming clerk Uriah Heep, who manipulates Mr. Wickfield to seize control of his business, and Steerforth, whose charm masks a selfish and destructive nature. David also falls in love with and marries Dora Spenlow, whose beauty captivates him but whose childlike nature challenges their marriage. After Dora's untimely death, David gradually comes to realize that Agnes has always been his true love. Eventually, he and Agnes marry, finding lasting happiness together. The novel concludes with David as a successful writer, deeply grateful for the love and friendship that have shaped his life. Analysis themes: David Copperfield is rich in themes that reflect Dickens's social critique and his moral vision. 1. Class and social mobility. David's journey from humble beginnings to success as a writer illustrates the possibility of social mobility, though Dickens emphasizes that this journey is fraught with hardship. The novel also explores how people from various social backgrounds, like Mr. Micawber, Steerforth, and Uriah Heep, struggle with or manipulate their circumstances. 2. Abuse and resilience. David endures a series of abusive figures, including Mr. Murdstone and his factory employers. His ability to rise above these hardships and build a successful life demonstrates the resilience of the human spirit, a recurring motif in Dickens's work. 3. Love and marriage. The novel examines different forms of love, from David's idealized first love for Dora to his mature affection for Agnes. Through these relationships, Dickens explores themes of compatibility, companionship, and mutual respect as essential to a happy marriage. 4. Friendship and loyalty. Relationships are central to David's life, and his friendships, particularly with Agnes and Mr. Peggotty, underscore the importance of loyalty and compassion. These friendships provide David with stability and guidance, contrasting with the treachery of characters like Uriah Heep. 5. Identity and self-discovery. The novel is ultimately a story of personal growth and self-discovery. David learns to balance his ideals with reality and gains insight into his strengths and weaknesses, a journey that mirrors Dickens's belief in the possibility of personal transformation. Characters. The characters in David Copperfield are some of Dickens's most enduring creations. David Copperfield, as the protagonist, David represents the ideal Victorian hero. He is honest, hard-working, and resilient. His journey from innocence to maturity reflects the archetypal Bildungsroman, coming-of-age, narrative. Betsey Trotwood, David's formidable Aunt Betsey, defies gender norms with her independent spirit and serves as a moral anchor in his life. Her unconventional ways and devotion to David make her one of Dickens's most beloved characters. Uriah Heep, a symbol of hypocrisy and ambition, Heep represents the dark side of social aspiration. His obsequiousness masks a malicious drive to control those around him, highlighting Dickens's critique of social pretension and greed. Mr. Micawber, known for his optimism in the face of financial ruin, Micawber embodies the novel's theme of resilience. His humorous misadventures reflect Dickens's sympathy for the poor and his disdain for an economic system that leaves people in perpetual debt. Agnes Wickfield, Agnes, often seen as the novel's moral compass, embodies patience, loyalty, and quiet strength. Her love for David is selfless, and her character represents Dickens's ideal of the virtuous woman. Style and structure. David Copperfield is notable for its first-person narrative, allowing readers to experience events directly through David's perspective. This approach creates an intimate bond with the reader and allows Dickens to reflect on the subjectivity of memory and perception. The novel is structured in a linear, episodic format, with David's relationships, experiences, and personal growth unfolding through his interactions with a diverse range of characters. Autobiographical elements. The novel draws heavily from Dickens's own life experiences, including his time working in a factory, his difficult relationship with his parents, and his aspirations as a writer. This autobiographical element lends authenticity to David's struggles and successes, infusing the novel with an emotional depth that resonates with readers. Conclusion. David Copperfield remains a powerful exploration of personal growth, resilience, and the quest for identity. Through David's experiences, Dickens presents a nuanced portrayal of Victorian society, celebrating human compassion and highlighting the importance of friendship and love in overcoming adversity. The novel's blend of social critique, humor, and heartfelt emotion secures its place as a timeless work in English literature. Thanks.